Part 2. The boy was rejected years later. He returned as the village's greatest hope. Returning home. 20 years after leaving, Daniel returned to Green Valley. He didn't arrive in a luxury car. He wore simple clothes and walked through the village quietly. No one recognized him. People treated him like a stranger. Some shop owners ignored him. Others assumed he was looking for charity. Only one elderly woman welcomed him. She offered him water and homemade bread. Daniel smiled. She was the same woman who had secretly fed him when he was a hungry boy. He thanked her but said nothing about who he really was. Trouble in the village. The village had changed. The school roof leaked whenever it rained. The clinic had closed. Young people were leaving because there were no jobs. Then terrible news arrived. A large company planned to buy the land and demolish many homes. The villagers gathered in fear. Nobody knew how to stop it. The mayor announced, "If no one buys the land before next week, we will lose everything." The room became silent. Then Daniel slowly stood up. "I would like to make an offer." The villagers laughed. "You? What could a poor traveler possibly do?" Daniel calmly placed a folder on the table. Inside were legal documents showing he owned one of the country's largest companies. The mayor looked at the papers in disbelief. The villagers couldn't believe their eyes, the big reveal. Daniel smiled warmly. "I've already purchased the land." The room fell silent. One elderly man stared at him. Then he whispered, "You're Daniel, the boy we chased away." Everyone gasped. Daniel nodded. Instead of taking revenge, he announced his plans. He would build a new school, a modern hospital, a clean water system, a vocational training center, and hundreds of new jobs for the villagers. Many people began to cry. The village chief stepped forward. "We judged you because you were poor." "Please forgive us," Daniel smiled gently. "I didn't return to prove you wrong. I returned because this village will always be my home." A new beginning. 1 year later, Green Valley had completely transformed. Children studied in bright classrooms. Families had clean drinking water. The new hospital saved lives. Young people found work without leaving their homes. On the day Daniel officially opened the new school, he invited every villager. Standing before the crowd, he said, "When you reject someone because they're poor, you may be rejecting tomorrow's leader. My mother taught me that kindness is the greatest wealth anyone can possess." The audience stood and applauded. Many wiped away tears. Daniel looked toward the sky and quietly whispered, "We did it, Mom." And from that day forward, Green Valley was no longer remembered as the village that rejected a poor boy. It became the village that learned the power of forgiveness, kindness, and hope, because everyone finally understood one lesson they would never forget. Never judge a book by its cover. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more inspiring stories and life lessons. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next story.